morning, thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Stevenson. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Stevenson. I'm Jessica Stevenson.
And hopefully you got a little bit of sleep last night. Jess is thinking she got maybe somewhere about 10 to 15 minutes of sleep last night, so.
Struggle's real.
This ought to be fun.
Yes.
You're watching Good Morning Nebraska.
Welcome back. Your time now is 6:30. Another check of that forecast is coming up, but first, 6 people were wrongfully convicted for a murder back in 1985, and now Gage County officials have announced plans to raise taxes to help pay
First, we're going to get you caught up on some Hollywood news.
Yeah, an Oscar winner is going out with a bang. Also, another movie's music is scoring big.
And more importantly, we have some really cute animals on a really, really big screen.
Yesterday, folks gathered in Grand Island for the Stir Museum's 4th of July celebration. Throughout the day,
NTV's Jessica Stevenson has been busy working up a sweat. She's joining us live with more. Jessica, I hope you have enough breath.
Sarah, I am dying right now. I don't know if you can see this, but I am covered in sweat. We're here at a brand new gym called Press On Fitness. Joining me this morning is the owner, Jen. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for coming.
Right now, a search is underway for a field worker who went missing yesterday afternoon near Grand Island. NTV's Alex Whitney is live on the scene as crews continue their search. Alex, what are you seeing now? So tell us a little bit about who you brought.
So this is Rocket, and she is was found as a stranger.
We're meeting with candidates running in Nebraska's 3rd district and up against incumbent Adrian Smith.
The chase started in Kearney, and that's where we find NTV's Jessica Stevenson. Jessica, what can you tell us?
That's right, Sarah. It started here at 7:55 a.m. and it was at 4020 I Avenue, as you can see here behind me. That is at the corner of 41st Street. Now, according to the Kearney Police Department, the victim is a 66-year-old female. And according to neighbors, she received a knock on the door when a man claimed to be there to do some work on a shed. Now that I have had this diagnosis and now that I've seen what has happened, it is so emotional, and it is so hard to think that I potentially maybe did something that caused me to get cancer and caused the strain and the heartache I've put on my family and my friends. Plus, a major development project could be one step closer to making its way to Hastings. We'll have that and more up next, but first, here's Tim with a check of our cold weather.
Yeah, not exactly getting any better out there, Jessica. It is
We're going to
frigid.
continue the weather coverage and send it over to Jessica Stevenson, who was live in Kearney with another update for us. Jessica, how is it there for you?
It's absolutely miserable, Isha. It is probably at blizzard conditions right now. I don't know if you can see how bad the wind is blowing, but actually when it kicks up, it is hard to stand. It is nearly impossible to see, and it is hard to breathe.
No, it looks like by the weekend we'll warm things back up.
Wonderful, thanks, Tim. Well, that weather, like Tim was talking about, is apparently moving the sounds of Sugar Land and potentially Kelly Clarkston indoors this week at the Nebraska State Fair.
Now singles are swiping right for love. In this special report, NTV's Jessica Stevenson takes a look at the evolution of dating and its impact on love.
That's right, Sarah. We've come a long way since 1995 when the first mainstream dating website, Match.com, was created. And now, according to eHarmony, 40% of Americans are using online dating sites or apps, and 20% of current committed relationships began online. Thanks, Tim. Today, the city of Kearney is welcoming back students to UNK.
More than 87,000 people are diagnosed with this cancer each year, including NTV reporter Jessica Stevenson.
Welcome back. Your time now is 5:35. Another check of that forecast is coming up, but first, let's check your top stories this morning. Some shoppers looking to get some deals on Amazon weren't able to take full advantage of Prime Day. It looks like the traffic crashed Amazon yesterday.
We've got a lot of great panels, and so there's a great time if people want to come out this morning yet.
Yes, now let's switch topics a little bit. Let's talk property taxes. We're running out of time. You said legislature needs to get it done. Do you think they're going to come to a decision?
Well, Senator Smith and I are working very
It's a
hard.
little cool out there.
Feels like fall because Starbucks pumpkin spice lattes just came back out.
Did it really?
It did. Valerie got one yesterday.
It is upon us.
She told us that Omaha Fashion Week is the 5th largest fashion
Oh my
event in the
goodness.
country, so it's pretty incredible.
that is.
And this weekend, it was a sold-out show. So Friday was the Emerging Designer Showcase featuring 10 up-and-coming designers. And
Plus, Jessica Stevenson is live on skates. Jessica?
that's right, we're here at the Vieira Center. I'm lacing up my skates for the first time in a couple years. We're going to hit the ice, and I'll be talking to a player who's actually going to be playing in the Top Prospects game.
Get out and enjoy a sweet dairy treat later today. That is a check of ag news from the KRVN Nebraska Soybean Board News Desk. Have a great Friday and tune in to KRVN for more ag news. Jessica?
Thanks so much, Bryce. You're making us hungry over here. But now let's send it on over to Tim, who says he did celebrate the national holiday.
And I didn't even know it was a holiday. I just had some ice cream yesterday.
We are still anxiously waiting. We have crowds gathered. It's hard to see them, though, because they are lined up all along this runway here that you see here. This is where the horse is going to be running, hopefully any moment. I'm told they're getting close.
And joining us live from that location is NTV's Jessica Stevenson. Jessica, it's getting light out there. Looks like more people coming in, right?
Yep, we do have more people coming in, but still not a whole lot. Now, like you mentioned, they are closing this afternoon at 2 here and across the country for discrimination prevention training. And according to Starbucks, that's going to impact 175,000 employees. Now, this training follows an incident that happened last month where 2 black men were arrested at a Philadelphia Starbucks. The commission says it's the state's 4th confirmed case of a livestock killed in Nebraska by a mountain lion since the cat's presence in the state was confirmed back in 1991. Parents who lost a child due to miscarriage can now get a certificate of non-viable birth.
Yeah, it's about 5:18. A little entertainment news for you.
Yeah, Felicity Jones goes to court. Music stars head to the VMAs, and horror flicks cook up some surprise. Herbert's and Gerbert's in Kearney has closed, and residents have been speculating as to why. I'm Jessica Stevenson, and I'll tell you what corporate had to say coming up.
They really do.
Do you want to come with me? Oh, pretty friend. You can stay with me.
Hopefully your day is full of good luck, because it is Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Be fine.
Will we?
Be fine.
I don't know.
That will be fine.
We'll see how the show goes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Before we get to all that, it's time for your weather.
Yeah, and as expected last night, the rainfall was primarily...
Lane closures and construction on major entrances to Grand Island are a concern for visitors traveling to the Nebraska State Fair. The plows have been through, but they just can't keep up. And what's most dangerous and most scary is that there is a thick layer of ice underneath of all of this blowing snow. Does it matter what foot?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Wow.
Not as good as you.
That's really impressive.
Each person in our country throws away an estimated 80 pounds of clothing a year. That's according to the EPA. Shooting with a silencer. It's something that won't be possible if a bill introduced by Senator... Imagine a 16-year-old high schooler, self-described as introverted with only a passion for art.
Show our appreciation for what they do for us.
Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, and we're going to send it back to the studio.
Cannot stress it enough. Do not try to drive through a flooded roadway. It's just not worth it.
Definitely not. Thanks so much, Tim. That's all your news for now, though. Have a great day.
Nap time.
Yeah.